today we are going to see an important topic, that is report writing. So can anyone tell me what is report writing and why is it necessary for us in our day-to-day life?
Report is a structured document that contains information about what we are going to do. Report is important because it helps us to communicate with our teammates. Wherever in government, academics, reports are important communication and sharing.
How is it helpful in our day-to-day life?
So report is helpful in day-to-day life because it helps us to organize all the points in the right ways, and this is like very good and helpful for communication. So the more details the report has, the more it is helpful for everybody to understand.
So what are the key components of a formal report?
So a formal report contains like the following information. So it has the title page, and then the table of contents, and then it has the introduction, the methodology, the body, the conclusion, and references. So the title page contains the author's name, the title, organization, etc. The table of contents contains all the topics with their page numbers. And then there is the introduction page, which tells the brief overview of the topic. And then there is the methodology, which tells how the information was analyzed. And then the main body, which has all the important points and all the data. And then there is a conclusion, which gives a brief summary of the topic. And then there is the references, which shows where you are.
Okay, report. What is the difference between report and essay writing?
So, report writing or essay writing or writing types. Report writing are more structured in evidence of points. Essay writing is more narrative.
Essay writing in general we can say is we are only putting up our points together and we are framing a paragraph. But report writing has its own structure. But essay can be written without any structure. No structure is necessary. You can put up the body part, main part and the conclusion part in an order or with a coherence and we can complete it. But that couldn't be done in report writing. As she told, report writing has its own structure where you have to follow proper structure to make it a formal one. Yes. So what makes a report effective and clear?
Keep the structure logical and ensure ready and keep bullet points for easy reading. Keep paragraph short. Focus on the one.
Good. What common mistakes should be avoided in a report writing? So whatever you know, you can tell me. You know, you can help. சும்மா பேசு, அது கட் பண்ண முடியாது. படிச்சே இல்லையா? சொல்லு, ஓடிட்டு இருக்கு. என்னென்ன மிஸ்டேக்ஸ் அவாய்ட் பண்ணணும் ரிப்போர்ட் ரைட்டிங்ல? See, while writing a report writing, we should not use our own personal identifications, what we have seen so far. We have to just check what should be there in the content. And the content, nammaloda personal things we shouldn't add. Whatever we are getting into the formation, you have to make it. For example, if you are writing a fire accident report, whatever you have seen in the accident or whatever the things happen in the accident, you have to say it as such. You cannot add your own supporting points and say that something has happened. Which these things are done by media. Media, when you take, they are trying to add some more negotiable points and then they create a different story of their own sort. But when we are writing a report, how should we write? We should always be genuine. We should always follow the strict format, and also we should follow or say whatever is actually happened there. We should not add our own points. So these are the main things you have to remember. So there are two types of reports. What are they? Formal report and informal report. So what is a formal report? For example, if there is an accident in Kudumpapalayam, if you are going to write it and send it to the newspaper, that is a formal report. If you are writing an informal report, can you give me an example for informal report? If you are investigating something, that you have no need to submit it to the authorized person, but you can speak about it in your thesis, or you can write something about that. So that all things can be considered to be as the informal report. Can anyone conclude about this?
Okay, so in conclusion, as ma'am told, report writing is basically of two types, formal and informal. The main objective of the report is basically just formatting everything which is there in general. So you don't add any of your own points. So the formal report is basically what needs to be submitted, when the informal is for your personal use. So formal reports are mostly structured, and you don't add